Hey guys, welcome to a new guide to TribalWars, episode 3. Is it episode 3? I have no idea. Yes, it is. Aha! Aha! God, my head hurts. But this episode is all about farming. Now, if you don't know what farming is, this is what this guide is for. So, let me tell you. Now, you have troops. Each troop is able to carry a certain amount of resources back to your village. And this is where farming comes in. Because, you know, for farming, you gather resources and you take it back. So, that's where the phrase farming comes from. But, right, let me just crack my back here. Right, there we go. But, farming is all about controlling a certain area around you, and so that you're bringing in more resources, so that you can build a bigger army, you can build stuff faster, you don't have to rely on your wood production, your clay production, and your iron production. Now, I'm also going to be bringing some tactics into this, so this is going to get slightly advanced. So, if you don't understand what I'm saying, please leave a comment or something, because I don't want people to feel like I'm going too far already, or if I need to still do some of the basic stuff. Maybe I've missed something out that you think is important. Please tell me, because if not, I'm going to be making these videos, and they're going to be utterly pointless if you don't understand what I'm talking about. So, if you know, to make me understand that this is too advanced, you know, put a comment saying, sorry, this is too advanced, please could you help me? You know, I'm putting this in now because I don't want people watching this video and they don't understand everything. Because I just don't want confusion and stuff like that. Because it'll make me feel bad because I haven't described it well enough. Yeah. But, right, let's get down to business. Now, of course, here is your beautiful map. Now, as you can see, it's a huge area. But this thing here, you know, where all the random boxes are popping up, is your 7x7. Now, you have Barbarian Villages, bonus villages, and, of course, other players. Now, the best farming are people who are inactive or large Barbarian Villages and bonus villages. But now, for a Barbarian Village and a bonus village, they grow at a much slower rate compared to players. So, in the beginning of a world, they won't be as good as if you farm a player. Now, it's better to farm an inactive player, as they won't have a tribe, you won't get into issues about breaking alliances, you won't accidentally start war. You know, I've seen so many wars happen because someone's went accidentally farm someone else because of a farming script. I don't use a farming script. Now, a farming script is JavaScript, which is programmed, at least I think it's JavaScript, yeah, it's JavaScript. It's JavaScript that does your coordinates and does all your farming for you. So, of course, if someone conquers that village, your script will still be running, and you have to delete that tiny bit of code to stop it from attacking him, stop a war breaking out. And, you know, eventually people make mistakes, and, you know, you just gotta be careful. Now, obviously there's an advert here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be told off about that, because technically I could be advertising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to get rid of her. Yeah, goodbye, you woman. Because YouTube doesn't like, you know, adverts, so I have to be careful what I upload. Because apparently if you have an advert, you get copyright strikes and whatever. So here's your 7x7. Obviously I've zoomed in, so I apologise that the graphics look a bit fuzzy, but you know, I'd rather zoom in than have a copyright strike. Now, you see this guy here. He's had 21 points. He's created his own tribe. He's defenseless, basically. But I would farm him, but this is a null this is a no-halls world, so I can't get resources even if I attack him. If you're from world 65, you'll know what I mean. I'm not sure if there's been other no-halls worlds, but, you know, maybe. Now, down to tactics. At the beginning of a world, you want to try to dominate your 7x7 as quickly as possible. The faster you dominate it, you know, the less chance you have of being nobled further along down the line, stuff like that. Of course, I can't, because with a no-halls, I won't get any resources and it only wastes my troops. And so people just dodge the attack. Dodging is where you send all your troops out of your village to support a friend or to attack a barbarian village far away so that your troops aren't affected in the attack. So basically I'll just be wasting my own troops, my own resources on nothing. But when catapults come into this world, that's when things are going to get slightly interested. Now my frame rate is dropping and stuff like that, which is probably because of the zoom, which I apologise for. So it may seem that parts are choppy, which I can't do anything about, I'm sorry. But, so, farming is obviously, you know, domination, and it shows that you're strong, you get more resources. It's a really good thing to do. But, how do I know if someone's inactive or have low troops? This, my friends, is where scouts come in. As you know, scouts can see enemy villages, they can see what buildings you've built, how many troops you have, and whatsoever. But if less than 5 scouts return from an attack, then you won't get any information on some worlds. On some worlds you have to upgrade your scouts to level 3 to be able to see buildings and troops outside the village and whatever. But anyway, but to see that a guy is inactive is when he hasn't grown in points for over a week, you know, you haven't, and stuff like that. Eventually he'll go barbarian, and then the TribalWars programming behind it will make his village stronger. Now, you may think, why don't you just constantly attack barbarian villages and just not bother attacking anyone else in case of the risk? Now, barbarian villages do provide some resources, but they're not as good as players, because players concentrate on resources. You know, they want to be better than you, but you have to prove that you're better than them. Which sounds a bit dodgy, but believe me, you know a good player when you see one. I think I'm a good player, but you know, other people may think that I'm noob, or, you know, seeing as how I do the Noobs Guide to TribalWars, maybe I am a noob, maybe this is all a reminder for me. Cough cough, wink wink, splutter splutter. But, anyway, back to the Barbarian Villages. Barbarian Villages aren't as good as players because of resources, but also because they don't grow as quickly. You know, they're a lot slower. You know, they might be big in points sometimes, but that doesn't mean that their resources are good. It just means that I believe it randomly generates what building to pick. Because as soon as it gets enough resource... No, wait. The program behind a barbarian village, I believe, what it does, it doesn't build troops. So, it concentrates mainly on the warehouse, farm, all the minor buildings. And it does concentrate on resources sometimes, but it depends what stuff it is. If it's a bonus village, now that is a village you want to get quickly, because there's only a certain few around you, and if you hold the ones with like 33% recruitment, 100% extra resources, that's when you start reeking in the benefits. But that's all about nobling tactics and whatever, but that's not what I'm about farming tactics today. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. My head's all over the place. I'm just going to clap in the screen for no reason. But as you can see, there's 3 players around me who seem pretty big. Now, you may think, what happens if I'm getting farmed? what do I do then? Now, if you're being farmed, what I'm going to tell you to do is build your army up, send it to an ally, or send it to a village which you know isn't going to be attacked until you have enough troops to defend yourself. Now, when you have 1,000 troops and you build them all up, you know, you've got 1,000 troops and you think you can make sure that you can hold off the attack by using the simulator. If you send 1,000 troops off to defend the village and they all die, it was a waste of time. You might as well not have done it. You might as well quit the game, gone away, left it. But if you're the kind of person I am with sheer determination, you want to keep on to this village, then keep listening. So, you build up all your troops, and then you defend against the attack. Then he'll lose quite a majority of his troops, depending on how big he sends his farming runs. Now, if you do a big enough blow to him, then he'll stop attacking you. But he might pick up the confidence then to attack you again, so you have to build more troops. Now, I recommend that once your troops have been killed off once, then start sending your things away. Because the first attack will always be a scout attack, and then the second attack will be a full-on, you know, destroying thing, which you must dodge at all costs. You don't want to lose your troops early on in the game. You know, you won't be able to build them back up, and you'll have to restart, because it's just too hard. Because I've been in situations like that where I haven't been able to build up until I've gone to the outskirts. I prefer being on the outskirts of the map. That's just how I am. I don't like being in the middle of things. I'm a Smurf, you know. I prefer my mushroom biome to the snow biome. And so I'm hoping this is helping you. I'm hoping you're listening to this and you're not just thinking, oh, it's slightly boring, he's just talking on and on and on and I'm paying attention. Oh, blum, 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 blum. Yeah. But this is all important information that you need to know as an advanced player. If you don't know this and you're not paying attention, then this guide isn't for you. I'm sorry, but maybe you shouldn't be listening. But I think that's about all I can sum up. Next time I'm going to be talking about how to be polite to people and how to get diplomatic stuff, which I'll be asking my diplomat for. I'll be asking him to give me, like, well, I understand how to be a diplomat. I've been a diplomat before, but I want his, like, you know, his opinions on how to be a good diplomat and stuff, because I think that'll be useful to you as a TribalWars player. Now, this has been going on for quite some time. I don't know how long I've been talking on, but my throat's starting to hurt. So, I'm going to have to give it up here before I die. Yeah, I don't really want to die. Let me just eat a cough sweet. And then I'll say goodbye. Yes. Oh, hello. Hello, supers. Nom, nom, nom. Now, don't eat supers. Don't eat them. Suck them. Go on. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh. So, this has been Farming Tactics with me, MajorSmurf. Please sub to my channel if you enjoyed this. You don't have to sub to if you hated this. In fact, you don't have to do anything. Don't dislike the video, don't do anything. Just go away if you didn't like it. Or maybe you should have stopped halfway through. But maybe you just went with sheer determination. I will watch this! But leave a like, leave a comment. If there's any questions, message me on either TribalWars or via YouTube. I'm more likely to read my YouTube account first, because I'm always on that. You know, I'm not necessarily all on this. Wink, wink. in case my parents are watching. I don't play this all the time, mother. But, bye guys. Have fun.